Just the Friday recap for the AM New York session open. Went into the session a lot more bullish. I kind of saw price trading the 4 hour fair value. We've been bullish, of course, and we kind of had these stacked highs here that we were generating. So when I went into the session a bit around 9 a.m. New York time, I kind of saw price needed to swipe a higher low here to really determine any kind of bias here. So at this point, was a bit kind of saw price kind of wanting to reprice down. I wasn't quite sure. What we had our first sweep. This is where around this 9 a.m. macros where I kind of started to become clear and where price wanted to go. And it led to the first setup I took. I saw this 30-second inverse fair value gap. I saw price take the liquidity in the higher time frame, and I was already bullish on draw and bias. So this was kind of an easy setup to take. Inverse fair value gap taken. Later confirmed assisted. Price stopped me out before going higher. Once price stopped me out on this one here, this was just the first trade, was a red one, of course. I was kind of a bit more concerned, and I wanted to wait for a market open at this point here. So when we did come into market open, I saw price had this another manipulation leg, and I took my second confirmation setup for the day. There was a 1 minute inverse fair value gap. I was already bullish, took the entry there, I was targeting these highs, the stop was around here. So you had a good 1.5 RR ratio, and I eventually got stopped out of this one. Later turned out that price needed to make another manipulation leg down before it made that move higher. At this point, once I took that second trade, I was done for the session. Again, was correct on overall draw. And there was possibly a few setups you could have taken. It's a 15-minute inverse fair value gap for the right at the lows, but then at the same time, the only thing I saw before I turned off was this 15-second order block setup for highs, and that worked very nicely. But yeah, draw was kind of, at first it was a bit unknown, but once you had that manipulation leg at London lows, it was pretty clean that price wanted to go higher, and the manipulation leg kind of stopped people out before it made that move higher. Though, actually, I forgot about this. Once price made the second high, this turned into a break-even setup, so completely forgot about that somehow. Yeah, so this turned into break-even once we made this high here. So one loss, the 30-second inverse fair value gap, and then 1 minute turned into a break-even setup. Possibly should have looked for more, traded more, but then I just wasn't keen after Friday. And I think I did finish green on the week anyway, so I was fine with that. But yeah, that was Friday.